There is no end to modern women's degeneracy. I genuinely have no idea what the world is going to look like in 50 years. It used to be that you had to go down a dark alley, down a certain street to bump into these kinds of women, but now they are everywhere. Hey, it's Christine Grace. Welcome back to my channel. I guess today is a reaction video, but it's a reaction not to a video, but to some articles. So still my reaction to this news, I guess. Like the video on your way in, let's get straight into it. So I have been sent this story by one of you lovely people. Thank you very much for sending it over. And it's this article here. It says, a woman called the bikini tradie says she should be allowed to work topless on hot days, just like her male co-workers. I mean, where do I start? I can understand why a bunch of you guys are saying we don't want women anymore, because these are the kind of women that are constantly being presented. Seriously, I would get it if you don't think it's worth it anymore. However, I don't actually think that every single girl is like this. I mean, I'm certainly not doing stuff like this. None of my friends are doing stuff like this. None of my family is doing stuff like this. I don't actually know anyone who's doing stuff like this. So there are still normal people out there, which gives me a great opportunity to quickly tell you about today's sponsor. Today's sponsor is the Wing Girl Method. It's run by Marnie, yes, a woman. She's helped tens of thousands of men stop failing at flirting. Seriously, guys, read the testimonials. She essentially has this thing called the F formula, and it teaches you the psychology behind attraction. It's not just some, video that's gone crazy viral out of nowhere from someone you never heard of. Marnie actually has been doing this for a very, very long time, and she has figured out this step-by-step process of how women tend to fall for a guy. And the results speak for themselves. The testimonials are literally thousands of men saying, this has worked for me. It's all good for me to sit there and say, oh, hey, this looks like a good idea. But unless it's actually working for men, I'm not going to buy it. But it is working for men. And there's lots of men who are vouching for this. So if you're a guy who, you genuinely, you're not even thinking of taking the risk because of these kind of women, fair enough. I'm not here to convince you. This isn't for you. You can skip past the ad. But if you are someone that actually does want to meet someone, you don't believe that, every single woman is like this, and you have hope for yourself. But for whatever reason, what you're currently doing isn't working, I really think you should check it out. One great thing with all of this is that you get your own exclusive preview of the F formula completely free by clicking the link in the description. And that's why I think it is definitely worth taking a look. It's free. It costs you nothing. If you then decide, actually, I want to give this a go, and you decide to buy the full program, you'll get 20% off. And who doesn't love a bargain? As I mentioned, it's a step-by-step formula. It helps you flip the script and get women interested in you instead of you constantly having to be the one to chase. Women don't respect that anyway. So if you want to figure out how to get it done right, then as I just previously mentioned, you will get an exclusive preview of Marnie's Wing Girl Method F formula in the description by clicking the link, or in the pinned comments, you can click the link there. It's the same link. And if you decide to buy the full program, again, you will get 20% off. So if you're tired of failing at flirting and being stuck on the sidelines, then stop wasting your time, take control of your dating life, and click the link below and get access right away. Back to the video. So the story goes on to say, a female tradie has called out the double standards between guys who can work shirtless on work sites during hot days and girls like her who can't. Cheyenne Fox, who calls herself the bikini tradie, slammed her boss for saying it would be a distraction for her to work topless on very hot days. Obviously. She's employed as a landscaper in Sydney and said it was an unfair double standard that needs to be addressed in the industry. She uploaded her thoughts in a short TikTok video on the way home from work. It's a effing 40-degree day today, and I'm the one who has to wear my shirt while all the boys on site don't have to wear theirs. It's a double standard. It's sexist, and I'm actually really over it. I just want to be topless like the boys, but no, I will distract them. Reality is sexist. I don't know what to tell you. Like this, obviously, like I can't say any more to this than obviously, oh, well, it shouldn't be that way and on and but it is. You are putting so much mental energy into denying the isness of reality. Like I have nothing to, Obviously. Obviously. That's it. Like, there's nothing else to say. Her take on the workplace stirred up emotions from her followers, with some taking her side, while others were more weary. Bloody hell. No wonder she wants to show it off. Miss Fox failed to see the big deal. However, since so many of her colleagues work topless when the heat gets too unbearable, I thought if it was only fair, I could get mine off too. I have no shame in getting my boobs out. I mean, look, I'm often saying to the feminists, you know, go work the hard jobs, and she is doing that. So I have to respect on some kind of level, you know, the fact that she is doing it too. But I can guarantee you she's not doing the heavy lifting. She's not doing the stuff that the men are doing. And she's probably a waste of money. Honestly, she's probably a waste of money, and it would be much better for them to just fire her and get another dude in. She says, at the end of the day, we all have breasts. It's just a natural thing. If you're going to be childish and feel like they're going to be distracting, then you should just grow up. Yes, because children are so famous for being able to get erections. Like, it's literally the opposite of childish for a man to get distracted and therefore aroused by a woman with very large breasts. That's literally the opposite of childish, because children, you know, physically can't do that, because it's not what kids are designed for. So it's literally, they are grown up and they are reacting as biological males who are heterosexual react to this kind of visual stimuli. Like, it is literally in their DNA. Oh, but just grow up. Deny your DNA. Be a different species. Be a different species. You are the problem, guys. You are the problem. It's just utterly ridiculous. She said, it ain't the lads you work with that would be complaining. Direct the hate towards those running the show, one person wrote. Sure, there'd be comments and looks for a week or so, but then it really wouldn't matter. A few others have feared that the workplace injuries would go through the roof if too many of her co-workers got distracted in that first week, should the rules change. I mean, yeah, absolutely. So you would think that this would be the extent of it, but oh no, it just gets worse, because like any woman that's got an ounce of attention, like she obviously has, through this article that made it onto the Daily Mail, she decided to double down naturally. So let's check out this article. Bikini tradie sparks outrage after renting mobile billboard looking for a sugar daddy. The residents of a swanky Australian suburb were left both outraged and amused after a leg-bearing woman made her plea for a sugar daddy. Cheyenne Fox, who has branded herself as the bikini tradie online, recently went viral for saying female landscapers like her should be allowed to work topless, just like men. Now she's gone viral for using a mobile billboard advertising to find herself a bling sugar daddy to spoil her silly. How much do you want to bet that she lost the other job? That's why she's doing this. Cheyenne Fox, also known as the bikini tradie online, came up with a bizarre way to find herself a sugar daddy. Residents of a Sydney suburb were left shocked as they laid eyes on a vehicle passing by them on the streets of Mosman with Cheyenne's ad. The woman said in the ad that she was looking for a sugar daddy and that potentially candidates could give her a call at the listed number. Are you rich, old and lonely? Read the ad. I'm looking for a sugar daddy. The landscaper shared a video of her jaw-dropping ad online, urging interested viewers to call her. I want a sugar daddy, she explained in her video. Cheyenne revealed that she wants a sugar daddy, but doesn't want to find one herself because she's overworked. I don't really have many words at this point. There it is. There it is. Tell me you don't have a father without telling me you don't have a father. That is just, what kind of world are we living in? You know, even whores, even literal whores who, you know, and obviously clearly she is, but I mean, back in the day, like, there was still shame to it. You know, you used to have to go down a dark street or, you know, go to a dodgy phone box and, you know, find a business card or a certain Thai massage place where you could get that. It was done discreetly, right? It was still done discreetly. There was still a level of shame to it. There was still an awareness that this is degrading, right? But this, she does not care. She does not care. And this is why I say I worry for the future. Because what does this look like in 50 years? You know, I'm stuck between the two thought patterns. And let's take a walk down the street of my mind for a second. Street 1 says, okay, she's going to do this, and everyone's going to start doing this, and we're going to live in this world of degeneracy. But then in about 50 years, these people are going to look back once they've got children or whatever and say like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. They're going to realize that I'm not attractive anymore, and all I've got is myself, and I've betrayed myself by doing this, and it's going to end quite badly for them. But then I turn down the other street, and the other street tells me that, yeah, she's done this. Everyone's going to start doing this. The world is going to become a place full of degenerates. And either everyone is going to start promoting each other's degeneracy. No one's going to call it out. And therefore, there's never going to be any shame. And these people will grow old, be proud of this, and encourage their children to do this. Or the logic is that because there is so much degeneracy in the world, because we've had so many Bonnie Blues and the other one that appeared on Piers Morgan, Lily Phillips, and all of this kind of stuff, because there's so much of it, they're thinking, well, no one will remember I did this in 20 years. Because, it used to be that the internet wasn't that big. So if you did something and it ended up on the internet, it was like, oh, the internet's forever. And you kind of had this perception of, well, people are going to remember. Whereas now I feel like the internet is so vast and there's so much going around. Like, I hadn't heard of this story until one of you guys sent it to me. Do they kind of think, well, I can do this and get away with it because no one's going to remember in 20 years? I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that, what do you think the thought process is here? Is there any thought process? Is it all just impulsive? So it says that the woman went on to reveal that she spent $2,000 to target a suburb that is home to wealthy residents. At least she was somewhat smart about it. So I spent $2,000 of my own money to send a billboard around the richest suburb of Australia so I can find myself a sugar daddy, she told her audience. If you're rich, old and lonely, call me, added the content creator. Citizens had a wild reaction to the video of her mobile billboard advertising technique. Oh my gosh, this is getting out of hand, one commentator said beneath her video. Another furious resident commented on Facebook saying, did anyone see this going up and down Military Road? Totally unacceptable that this is allowed. What has the world come to? One furious resident said. Yeah, I'm with you there. What has the world come to? My 7-year-old read it aloud and then asked me what it meant, another wrote. What has this world come to? Can anyone advise if there's a way to report this to the council? On the other hand, some cheeky Mosman residents were more than happy to join in the fun. One commenting, what are you offering in return? It's a fair question. Set out the terms and conditions. What about poor middle-aged and slight drinking problem? Another curious viewer. Cheyenne, who recently shares content of herself working in a bikini, there it is, guys. She doesn't want to work in a bikini because it's hot and she wants equality like the rest of the men. Because if that was really the case, she wouldn't be filming herself doing it. She would just do it. She's building a brand. She's building a brand as a professional whore. She's got 23.7 followers on the Bikini Tradie Instagram account and 41.9 followers on her personal Cheyenne account. She has another 90.5 followers on TikTok and is also a content creator on an adult website. There it is. There it is. She's a prostitute. The internet star recently went viral for calling out double standards in work environments. It's not a double standard. It's you trying to sell your product. The only reason you are angry about it is that it means that you can't sell your product. That's all it is. She said in a video that she asked her superior whether she could take her shirt off and work topless, just like her male counterparts do. However, her request was turned down because it would be a distraction to others. She said she felt degraded when her request to work topless like her other co-workers was denied. The absolute audacity. You can't make this up. It's a double standard. It's sexist and I'm actually over it. Want to be topless like the boys, but no, I will distract them. I'm with the resident that said, what has the world come to? Where is the world going? Where do we go from here, guys? The internet star said she often shares videos of her work to encourage other women to join the industry. You are chatting so much out of your backside. You're a liar. You're an absolute liar. You don't care if other women join the industry. That's not why you're doing it. That is why you're telling yourself you're doing it. That is not why you're doing it. You're doing it because it garners attention from the people who pay. Men, you're doing it for men. Maybe not the men you work with because they're not paying you, but the ones who are paying you when you film yourself doing it. She went on to talk about what it was like working in a male-dominated job for at least 4 years. She said she shared videos about it online with the hope of encouraging other women to join the industry. Liar. Liar. A lot of people say you get catcalled, but it's nothing like that at all. From my experience, you just go in there with your head held high, and if you don't let men have it over you, stand your ground, they won't do anything. Unless you pay her, then she'll do anything you want. The internet was naturally outraged over the advertisement. One could appeal for sad and thirsty simps not to chase and pay after her, but unfortunately, they will. Men, stop rewarding it. Absolutely. Just another garbage truck with the trash on the outside. Yep. She needs to rethink her advertising. She's not that special. Get a job. Desperate and sad. This is an ad for her only scams. Exactly. Thank you. What is in this alternative universe we have found ourselves in? I know. What happened in 2016? Someone turned on the CERN Hadron Collider, and ever since then, this stuff has gone mad. They were all outraged, but rang the number when they got home. Rich, old, and lonely, but not desperate. Doesn't appear to be the sharpest tool in the shed. Oh my gosh, this is getting out of hand. What about poor middle-aged and a slight drinking problem? Everyone's now sending messages. I'm not old, I'm not rich, I'm lonely. Does this count? The fact is that there's always going to be men who are willing to pay for this, and she knows that, and she's capitalizing on it. And I'm all for capitalism. So like, what can I say? What can I say? Really? I don't know where this leads. I don't know where it leads. At least with the likes of Bonnie Blue, like, she's honest about it to a degree. You know, she's honest. Like, she knows what she's doing. This girl is trying to actually pull the roof over people's eyes and say, oh, I'm doing it to encourage women to go into the field. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're getting your boobs out to sell your OnlyFans. That's why you're doing it. Like, you are literally just selling yourself. You're a prostitute. That's what you are. That is what you are. So know your field, know your market. Don't try and like lure girls into it, because that's just wrong, and it's just disgusting. And I am so worried about what the world is going to look like in 20 years. Guys, I'm going to go back to my earlier question. Which street is it? What does this stuff look like in 20 years? What does the world look like with regards to all of this degeneracy in 20 years? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, because I have exhausted myself trying to answer that question, and I have no idea. I don't get it, and that's what worries me. So let's help each other out. Let's figure it out together. As always, if you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up on your way out, and be sure to subscribe to the channel so you can keep up to date with all of my content. This is just a reminder that today's video is sponsored by the Wing Girl Method. And if you would like to take control of your dating life and get your exclusive free preview of the F Formula now, you can do that by clicking the link in the description or by clicking the link in the pinned comments. And if you do decide to buy the full program, you'll get 20% off your purchase. So if you're tired of being kept on the sidelines, take control of your dating life now and click the link below and get access right away. And that is it for today, guys. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can do that by clicking the link in the description at buymeacoffee.com or by becoming a member right here on YouTube. And if you have a video to send to me, you can send that over to me by my email. It's christinegracesmith@outlook.com. And on that note, take good care, everyone. Go lie in a dark room. I'll see you very soon in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.